While Fix and Orrock both hail from the Eastern Cape, they couldn't be more different. A farm boy who today works in social development, and a city girl who studied in Chicago and New York and who now makes a living on radio. So what made them click?
This place is so beautiful. I can see why you like to keep coming back.
This is where Orrock just grew up, and ever since we run away from Joburg and come to this heavenly place where we can just be at peace. It's beautiful.
What brought your family here?
My family were part of the English 1820 settlers. I think if you have a look around you can see what would have brought them here. They're of Scottish descent from the Scottish Highlands, and obviously this felt a bit like home, hence the name Glengyle and the other Scottish names with the farms around here.
The great outdoors, camping and the simple life are their common ground.
Jade, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you brought your kids because we're about to take a trail run, something Orrock and I love doing in Joburg, but when we get to the farm, we hoy up the mountain and we're going to take you to a very special place.
They live and work in Jozi, where she recently became the new face of a global chocolate brand, but their hearts are close to home.
I'm so glad you guys brought me here. That run was extreme. And I mean, this cave, it is so magical. Why is it so special to you?
Well, the reason why we actually really wanted to take you here is because this is actually where we want to get married. The scenery is beautiful, and when the first time Orrock took me here, I was just like, this is it. It is happening. It's just gorgeous, and we're really excited about it. And you guys are invited as well.
Really? I can't wait. I've been so captivated by my surroundings. I need to rewind a bit. How did the two of you meet?
Weirdly enough, she's my sister's best friend, and we met much later in life over a bottle of tequila. If you can believe it, took 7 months worth of wooing to convince her to...
There was a reason behind that, actually. It was going to be complicated, and I didn't want the complication. Jamie was a little bit uneasy about it in the beginning, and I didn't want to ruin a friendship at the same time, and we didn't know if we were going to stay together, maybe only hook up at the beginning or whatever it was going to be. So that's why the 7 months happened. I just didn't want to complicate it, and I'm actually glad that he wooed me for 7 months. Otherwise, I would have never met the most amazing man who is the love of my life, truly.
And how did he propose?
I will tell the story because it was romantic but not, if that makes sense. I've just moved to Chicago and I was living there, and then Orrock came later and joined me in Chicago, and he didn't understand why I wanted to stay in Chicago. He was just like, but I have a farm and we have to go back home. And then like, how are we gonna get married? How are we gonna have kids here? And I was just like, wow. You know, it's been 8 months only. So that was kind of the proposal, if you want to put it that way. And I was like, what are you talking about marriage and kids? And he was like, that's obviously what's going to happen. And he had bought me a beautiful band, which is really gorgeous, which I happened to lose.
No, you didn't.
Whenever I'm doing sports stuff, I always take my ring off, and I happened to take my band off. And I put it in the same place I always put it, and the ring wasn't there anymore. So the band kind of got lost, but it means I need a new ring.
Out of protest, have refused to buy another ring.
Noodle.
Yeah, sorry, Miller.
Okay, well, if we get married, you're going to have to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and technically, as I said, the proposal was
See, now we're actually talking.
romantic, but not so romantic.
Fair enough.
How did the families react when you two got together?
Orrock speaks fluent Xhosa. My Xhosa is not good. I must say at all, but it's not the greatest. So we've got this like common denominator that kind of links up now and again, and I think that's why we get along, the family gets along. They're really excited about the wedding being here, so it's kind of worked out, which is great.
Have there been any lobola negotiations?
We have had a polite discussion about it, and I think we'll kind of take it as it comes.
Fix came to the attention of fans when she won a video jockey search 10 years ago. What many don't know is her athletic side. She's completed the half Ironman and will take part in the full event next year. Whilst in the water, she's practically a dolphin.
Fix, I can't believe this natural rock pool is right around the corner from the farm.
And this is a natural spring. This is literally coming from the Berkeley East Mountains.
Well, you're not just any water baby. You actually played for the South African water polo team, and you've done the Ironman. Where did the sporty side come from?
I've always been a sporty person. I actually was told to stop doing so many sports because my grades were going down. But it's the one thing that kept me disciplined in my life. I think my career has a lot to do with my sports discipline. It also got me meeting a lot of people. I'm a very outgoing person, and I just absolutely loved it.
You've also studied abroad and you've started a scholarship program.
The Fix Scholarship is I give bursaries to social entrepreneurs, people who are doing and making such a big difference in their community, to go and study at the business school that I went to, and just collect the skills to become an even better social entrepreneur, to meet like-minded people. I did the course myself. I absolutely loved it, and that's all I want to do, is give opportunities for people who are just trying to do good in the country.
How do you find time to do all of that and be a radio presenter and DJ?
Well, radio, the arts, TV, it's all been such a big part of my life since I started when I was 19 years old. And to be very honest with you, if I'm not doing what I love, I'm not excelling at all. I'm the best version of myself. And that was a huge turning point for me, coming back from the States, being with Orrock. He really is my pillar that just says, be who you want to be and just be happy. And that's kind of just the motto I kind of go with. Beyond fear is freedom. Just keep on doing what you can and everything will work out at the end. Hey, Noodle.
Ladies, food's ready.
Looks like it's time to eat.
Orrock, think quick.
Fix isn't big on traditional weddings, so the couple's mothers, Debbie Robertson and Pumeza Luchabe, must expect the unexpected. They should be used to it by now. They first met 15 years ago when their daughters were at boarding school in Clarendon.
So what did the mums think when these two became more than friends?
Well, it was a bit of a shocker because, I mean, we've always been family friends. Fix's best friend is Jamie. And now all of a sudden, okay, Big Bra comes back from Australia and bang. And I'm like, okay, Dabs. We tell each other all our secrets and our fears about our kids. And now, okay, how do we deal with this? But here we are. Now they're engaged.
Fix has been part of our life since Standard 4 Fix, hey? Yeah. I think she was a bit of an irritant for Orrock when he had to drop them at matric dances and things. But absolutely, I mean, she's really been part of our family, so it's been no different for us at all.
How involved are the mums going to be in this wedding, and what wedding do you want?
I would really like her to have a beach wedding in some island, Mauritius, Zanzibar, Bali. By the way, I think it would be really nice. And considering we have these huge families, so at least they will cut at the numbers, which is what they want.
No, I'd like them to get married around here. It'd be great because there's quite a community spirit around here, a lot of support here, and it's just very different around here. Yeah, that's what I'd like for them. And lots of people, which of course they'd have a heart attack about. Or lots of family, even worse. So, yeah, that's what I'd like for them.
Jace, thank you so much for coming here and meeting the people I love the most. We will see you definitely at the wedding.
Thanks so much, Fix. It's been such a blessing to come here and to see such lovely families come together. But it looks like you guys have your work cut out for you, so let the wedding plans begin. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.